Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Florida job numbers are good and bad all at the same time. And it's lights, camera, action on Suncoast streets. We'll explain.
I'm Will Luera, Director of Improv at Florida Studio Theater. We know life is a balancing act, but losing your ability to balance is no laughing matter. We'll talk to a doctor about vertigo today.
I'm Pam McCurdy, owner of McCurdy's Comedy Theater, and hopefully the luck of the Irish will be with us in Money Matters. We'll talk St. Patty's Day spending.
And I'm Linda Carson. Raising kids can drive you crazy if you let it. Some Suncoast moms decided to get together and laugh instead of cry. And they're here to share their stories with us today. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show and welcome back to Will and Pam. Great to have you both with us.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here, guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We've got the energy here. And if you aren't happy to be here on the Suncoast today, just think of your friends and family in New York, in Boston, in D.C., because we get to shovel sand. This is what they are shoveling.
Yes.
Amen,
what a mess.
sister.
Some places 12 to 16 more inches coming.
It's crazy. 50-mile-per-hour winds. And it's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's funny to me because I'm sitting here.
Right.
But, you know, everybody'd been saying, oh, we didn't get winter this year. Yeah, there you go.
I don't miss it. I spent 22 years of my life up there. Don't
I
miss
had
it
a
a
great day of
bit.
my life in Pittsburgh and Cleveland and Philadelphia.
Well, Facebook has been a fun place to be today with all the pictures rolling in. And the moms complaining that the kids are home from school. And,
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
know?
the worst. They did on GMA today how many bottles of wine each region needed to have backed up in stock for the snow in.
Of all the reasons to love our life, that is the one today. That is for sure. We will take our sunshine any day, even with the cool temperatures. We have a friend in the kitchen as well. We want to welcome back Chef Jose from Louis Modern. Hello, what are we making today?
Today we are going to make pan-seared duck breast with Fuki apple, white cheddar Dutch baby.
Dutch baby.
A Dutch baby. I have to admit I did not know what a Dutch baby is. So Chef Jose is going to teach us what a Dutch baby is.
Excellent.
And the duck sounds and smells fabulous. So
Yeah.
lots to look forward to. Thank you, Chef. We're going to jump right into hot topics today. And Florida is leading the nation when it comes to new jobs. But it isn't helping our unemployment numbers. 300,000 jobs were added last year in our state. 50,000 new jobs last month alone. That is better here than any other state in the country. However, our unemployment numbers ended going up higher. They're now at 5%, which is higher than the national average. Doesn't make sense when you look at just the numbers. Why do you think people are struggling to find work?
So we've got more jobs and less workers.
Yes.
Well, maybe because they're those jobs we were looking at, washing dishes, things that people can't really survive on. You need more pay than that, so you keep looking for a job that will support you and your family.
Pam, do you have trouble filling jobs?
Yes, we do. I mean, it's season right now. So, you know, we're sold out a lot at the theater. I'm sure Florida Studio Theater is as well. And we need more servers. We need more back-of-house help. So, yes, right now is a time I probably... Look at Craigslist now, please. We are running an ad. I can use your help.
And then when you find the workers or the workers come to interview, are they the people that you want to hire? I mean, I'm trying to understand why people are choosing not to work when the jobs are there. Right. Because that's the way it appears. And I think Linda's onto something, that they're looking for better paying jobs.
I am wondering the same thing. Because like I said, there are, I mean, it's a great job that we offer. I mean, you're averaging at least $10 to $12 an hour. You're in a great environment, you're laughing, you know what I mean? It's not a highly, I mean,
and so you want to make $1 million a year, you'd better do this job right now until you find that job.
Well, exactly.
That's right.
Rather than having unemployment rates ticking up. Doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, if you're working, it's a lot easier to get a job. We all know that.
Once again, being in the social environment where you can meet someone else. You know, I've been many times out to dinner and I've stolen servers or other back of the house people because the service was great, enjoyed the relationship with that server, felt that that person would really fit in our environment and give great service to our guests.
We all have to start somewhere. I mean, when I was younger, I started out serving espresso. Then a few months after that, I was a shift manager, and before a few months after that, I was a regional manager. But I started right at the bottom, and I think a lot of people, at least this current generation, are afraid to take that first step. And so I think, you take that first job and then see where it leads you.
Or they want the first step to be up here, when in reality it has to be down.
I had to tell you my first job. I was 14 in Atlanta, and I worked at the farmer's market and downtown, and I was selling chicken, and I would pick it up to weigh it, and I'd have blood running down my arms.
Oh, nice,
So
Linda.
ever since then, whatever job I've had, I've said, okay, I could be back where I was. So this job is pretty good.
Better than handling a dead chicken.
Yeah.
Good way to
Blood
look
on
at
her
things.
hands.
Starting low gives you inspiration.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, it does. All right, nothing glamorous about that, but there is some glamour going on here on the Suncoast. You may have seen camera crews here to get a taste of our Florida lifestyle. It is part of a new TNT drama series called Claws. Now, this cracks me up. It is about a group of manicurists living in Manatee County. Crew members are here shooting locations to kind of give the show the Florida feel it needs. I actually saw them out on St. Armand's yesterday, and they were very, very official looking. The actors are actually shooting their scenes in New Orleans. So, how did we get a fictional series set here in Manatee County?
Well,
I love
we had
that.
Cougars. Remember Cougars?
Oh, absolutely.
I
remember
too.
Cougars.
You
About
didn't?
older
Oh,
women
that's
going
good.
for younger men.
Yeah.
I don't know why they associated us with that.
I don't know, Linda. Why?
Very fun. It was fun to see the action, though, out on St. Armand's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a whole division that's supposed to bring those kind of things here. And we've had a lot of them. Palmetto, Lost Horizons. We've had them here before, and they bring a lot of money in. So.
But I think this is a good example about how we're not getting the whole production done here.
Yeah, I'm wondering why the separation.
The incentives are what I'm hearing. A lot of
Okay.
the film industry incentives
The state
have left
gives
the
much more
state.
money. Right.
Georgia gives better
Sure.
money. It sounds like in this case it was Louisiana we lost to, but they still had to get some Florida scenery to piece it all together.
I actually know the sound engineer that's working on the show. I had
Yeah?
dinner with her the other night, and they were doing scout locations, and she was describing the locations they were looking for. And I was like, yep, yeah, you're in the perfect location. They're like, we need a large outdoor mall.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was St.
St.
Armand's,
Armand's,
right?
yeah.
We need some beach and sunset, right? And then they said, and then she also said, we need a place that has a lot of spas and manicure places. And I was like, all right, yeah, I think you're in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of fun. Well, it's great to see the production here. It would be nice if we could have the entire thing to help the jobs and help forward the film industry here.
Well, it's a lot cheaper to shoot a film here because we don't have all of the union rules and so forth that they have in LA and a lot of other cities.
Yeah, well, one rule we do seem to have plenty of are noise rules. Noise issues continue to be a big problem on the Suncoast. Now, another city has measures to try to quiet us all down. Palmetto City Commissioners decided to reduce acceptable noise levels from 85 decibels to 75. Then they dropped down to 65 on weekdays at 10 o'clock. You're allowed to keep the noise louder till midnight on weekends, but it keeps happening over and over. And Pam, you're kind of in the entertainment sector. I know you guys don't have a lot of loud, raucous bands, but are you surprised that if we're trying to be a trendy, up-and-coming entertainment area that we keep fighting this noise battle?
Am I surprised? No, of course not. This keeps coming up every year, every year. That's why it's important to get out and vote. And I believe
today's the day.
Today's the day. So vote if you want these changes and to bring them in. But, you know, no, I'm not surprised and fortunate that we have to deal with this every time. But the noise ordinance is what we keep battling, and we know as businesses downtown, I mean, it's not like we want to be open and be a little Ybor City down here.
Yeah.
That's not what any of our goal is. But once again, we do want to attract that younger clientele that possibly can be our job force here, and we have to offer them, you know,
a
venue.
Yes, exactly.
Venues till midnight at least.
A culture
Yes.
that they can thrive in, that they want to be here in.
And you know, this weekend, I live right across the water from Ringling Museum. There's usually a wedding there on weekend nights, and the music is beautiful. You can sit out on your deck and listen, and it's just so nice. It's not a bad thing, it's a great thing.
I think it is too.
Pam, I like how you tied the noise issue to the unemployment issue. I want you to run. I'll vote for you.
Say we need to get out and vote. Maybe we need you today. Maybe we need you to help us. Well, worldwide, we are losing the loving feeling. We have less sex than we did just a couple of decades ago. Well, Sweden has a fun solution. They propose that workers should be allowed a break from work for sex, just as you would take a lunch break during the workday. The love law would be an attempt to actually raise birth rates in Sweden. And as we say, we want to attract young people. They think this would keep the young people living in their country by enhancing the quality of their lives. Nooner, anyone?
I think I'm going to take a break.
You need to go. Can you imagine?
The bell rings and it says, okay, everybody go home, have sex.
Woohoo!
I don't think that's going to work very well. Who wants to do it on cue? Because you have to.
And who can run a job when you're like, I gotta go for a half hour?
It would motivate me, right? It'll motivate. I've got to finish this project because I got to go.
Right. Maybe it would motivate you.
Right.
Get your project done on time.
Right.
We're gonna try it in Sweden. And quite honestly, you could go to lunch and do whatever you want now. So I'm not sure why we need a law to put that in
and there's
place.
some beautiful people in Sweden.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also, at least what I see, you know?
Yep.
Tall, blonde, sexy, young men.
Young men.
I think they know what they're doing. I mean, they got the furniture thing down right? Furniture's out of the box. I trust that they're going to get this sex thing down.
We'll get it going on. So Nicole Kidman's working on the HBO show Big Little Lies, and it's bringing up some interesting conversation. Kidman says that the scenes from the movie and the book are so full of emotional and physical abuse, which is the basis of the story, from her on-screen husband, that she goes home in tears from the intensity and with bruises. For the husband-wife fight scenes, Kidman and actor Alexander Skarsgård passed the option to use stunt doubles. They felt it would kind of lose the impact, and they wanted their relationship to be authentic. So I want to ask the actors, while we have you with us today, is it hard to leave your character in the theater sometimes when you're doing something so emotionally almost damaging? She talks about going home and putting her hands on her knees and crying.
I've worked on shows that are this intense. And as a director and as an actor, there was one that I directed where it had very physically intense scenes, and it unfortunately at times would tap into something. It would tap into either an emotion or a memory that it was hard to let go of. Most of the time, you could take the emotion off and the character off like you're taking off a costume piece. But there are some times when it just sort of gets something at your core, and it's hard to let go of. So I understand that.
And acting, you're tapping into your emotional muscle. It's like jogging. It's a workout. It's a skill, a craft. And so when you've gotten in there and you've worked that muscle and you've stretched it and really pushed it, just like after a jog or a run, you have to come back home, stretch out, relax, release that muscle, have time to let it go. So yes, I mean, it's all part of that as any
My
skill.
stepson went to Lee Strasberg in Los Angeles, and they had a play where there was a lot of fighting, and they were really hitting each other. And they stopped it, and they said, you're not going to school here if you have to get into the mood by really hitting each other. Acting is not doing it. It's being able to pretend you're doing it. So if there has to be actual hitting or hurting, then I don't think they're acting. That's not acting when you're really hurting somebody, and then they're acting hurt. They are.
Right.
Makes sense. I just thought for someone of her experience and, to be this affected by something at this point in her career, it says a lot about the show.
Oh, absolutely.
And the depth of the characters.
But I could see that, if you're playing that part and being abused, I mean, that's going to stay in your muscle. You have to have time to get it out, that cathartic release.
I like that muscle analogy. That's a good one to remember.
I don't think I have one.
I don't have that muscle. I don't know where that muscle is. All right, so going to the bathroom alone is something you give up with motherhood. So here's a mom with a good idea. She gives her kids a set of rules to use the bathroom. They are perfect. You may not keep knocking on the door unless someone is dead or almost dead. You may not scream questions while the shower is running because she won't hear it. She calls that one a hot tip. You may not stand right in front of the door and then complain when it whacks you in the face. And finally, you may not slip notes underneath the door, especially if they have check yes or no boxes. Anybody run into these issues in their kid world?
Yes.
I've had banging on the door and banging and banging and banging. Yes.
And the talking in the shower. And, but I can't hear you, and that's very offensive.
Mommy, 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 mommy.
The worst is my 7-year-old has now learned how to, and taught the 4-year-old how to pick the locks. And so
I see a career ahead.
so I'm taking a shower, and then suddenly I just hear, Hey, Dad, what? How did this happen? Why did you get in here? So it's time to get new locks.
Yes, yes. Time to up the game a little
right.
bit. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast, and when we come back, we're going to talk about balance issues and how prevalent they are.
It is a hot day again across the Suncoast, and we have one more in store for tomorrow, but then a big pattern change. But right now, let's take a look at temperatures across the state. In the 90s, but down in South Florida, not as warm as it was today, but look over in Highlands County in the mid and upper 90s. Now look what happens when we factor in the humidity. This is what it feels like right now. About 100 in Wauchula, brings it up to 93 in Sarasota, even 90 at Siesta Key. Well, that's going to cool off a little bit as the day goes on, and also for the rest of this week. Some showers down in far South Florida, and we've had some trying to pop up in interior Sarasota and Manatee County, but I don't think even those raindrops are hitting the ground. Here's our forecast for the evening hours. Look for temperatures to cool off into the mid-70s overnight, and then tomorrow warming back up to near 90 again. And we do have a pattern change coming up that will bring thunderstorms back in our forecast. I'll tell you all about it when we come up on ABC 7 News at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock tonight.
You may not think about it until it happens to you, but dizziness is the #1 most common complaint heard in doctor's offices for people over the age of 70. Acute or chronic problems with equilibrium impact a person's whole everyday living, but getting to the root of the imbalance can be very tricky, and Dr. Jennifer Grisky,
Yeah.
I got it right. Dr. Jennifer Grisky from Smart Hearing Sarasota is here to help us. Dr. Grisky, I got it right again.
Well, Griska.
Griska!
Yep, you're close. You're close. That's all right.
Maybe it's because I'm not hearing well, because I actually do need hearing aids.
We talked about that last time.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
yes. If I had my hearing aids on, I would
Running
know
theme.
I'm
how to
keeping on
say
you.
your name. Well, I think you're very right, too. Now, tell me the difference between equilibrium and vertigo, or balance and vertigo.
Right. So dizziness is a very general term. And some people refer to dizziness just as imbalance and bumping into things or standing up quickly and feeling a little dizzy. Other people actually, you know, it's very severe and the room is spinning and they have to lay down and get their bearings before, you know, it can last a short amount of time or a long time. So there's different types of dizziness and they're treated differently, and they really need to be diagnosed to see what system is causing it.
Yeah.
So there is something you can do for vertigo.
So vertigo, yeah. So well, first of all, you have to go to a professional that specializes in differentiating what system is causing the problem.
Right.
Audiologists specialize in that. So they can tell, they do diagnostics, they put goggles on you and do a whole stream of testing that can tell what part. There's a picture of what it looks like. You can see it's measuring, and it measures your eyes. Your eyes tell us a lot about what's going on in your brain. But it's differentiating between whether it's a problem with your eyes, the message between your eyes and your brain, whether it's the vestibular or your ear system to your brain, or you also have things like blood pressure. You have your spatial awareness, which is called somatosensory. You know, when you touch something or hold on to something, tells you where you are. And it differentiates what system it is. Instead of just going and maybe just having, you know, an MRI or just getting, you know, going to different specialties and trying to figure out what it is.
Right.
First, you start with this test, and it will tell you where to go from there.
Now, you've got another simple test that you brought with you, right?
Right. So there are screening procedures that you can do that take away the systems that help, and I'm hoping that maybe you will do it with me.
I will.
Okay. So
being 79, I'm almost 79. I'm almost in the midst of this.
Right.
But I think I have no problems.
Well, good. Okay. So
Famous last words.
well,
I'm
good.
like a
That won't be a
20-year-old.
problem.
We shall
So
see.
what we do is we take away the systems that help you.
Okay.
Your eyes help you. So part of the testing is done, or the screening is done eyes open, and part of it's eyes closed.
Okay.
So the first thing we always do is have you kind of walk down the hall and walk back, and we watch your gait and ask if you have any hip or knee surgeries or any history.
Artificial hip, yeah. Bad knees, yeah.
So we ask what side that's on and what problems that you might have had with that, or if you're still having problems with it, because it will affect, you know, if you're leaning or you sway.
Yeah.
So the first condition is just having, you know, your feet normal width apart, you know, hands down at your side. You're just looking forward, and eyes open, and we just watch to see if you're swaying or if you're doing any kind of leaning if you're up on your toes or swaying back. Now the same thing with your eyes closed. And I'm always here in case there is a sway to catch you. And you're going back. Okay, a little bit back.
So it's interesting how
eyes
closing
open.
your eyes really impacts this.
It really saves you. Okay, eyes open, eyes open.
You still have a trust exercise, right, Will?
Yeah.
Right.
He's got you.
Right.
Now
He's right
what?
behind. So take one step forward with your right foot, just as if you're, no, don't lock your knee, just almost like you're taking a step forward.
Okay, step.
Just like that, yep. And eyes open, and you're looking straight ahead, and we compare eyes open.
Got it.
Easy to eyes closed. Now some people, when they do have a problem on one side, they'll drop, and on the other side, they'll be strong and fine. Eyes open, and step back, and then we'll compare that to the other side. So left foot forward, eyes open, looking forward, and eyes closed.
I can feel the sway there. Wow.
Yeah, you can feel a little bit of the difference.
Okay, we're just about out of time, so let's do the hard
and then
part.
we take, so we've taken your eyes away, so step in front of this sponge.
Okay.
Your feet cannot feel the floor underneath it, so you're actually in suspension on here. So I need your feet in the middle on this sponge, hands down to your side,
Whoa.
eyes open. It's a little harder. So now you're using your eyes, but you no longer have your sense of touch. Okay, eyes closed. We're going to take it all away.
Whoa.
Let's see how you're doing. Okay, eyes open. Okay, you can step back.
It's like a little bouncy house.
Die from falling off a sponge.
Yeah.
I may have a little balance problem.
Well, so this is something that we can look at and decide what system or what side might be a weaker side to continue on the test.
I think I need to see you more. And you can contact her at Dr. Jennifer at smarthearingsarasota.com. And you can go to their website and you can actually do a live chat, right?
Yeah, so you can click on chat and there's someone there that can answer questions for you.
Oh, that's great. So it
Absolutely.
is smarthearingsarasota.com. And next we're going to talk about money matters. And it does.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if your loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
It's time again for Money Matters with our financial expert, ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern. St. Paddy's Day is coming to get us into the Irish spirit, but how big of a dollar day is it for businesses? We have asked Richard to give us the scoop on St. Paddy's Day by the numbers.
Well,
Richard?
I'll do my best. I got my green tie, my green glasses.
I see
and,
that. Can't pinch you.
Friday is the big day, so we thought we'd talk about the economics of St. Patrick's Day, and it's a big, big deal.
Wow.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers because I think you'll be fascinated by them. I certainly was. 56.1% of Americans will celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
And they're not all Irish.
No, I am told, and I saw differing statistics, but I'm told that roughly 18% of the American population has some degree of Irish heritage. So
I do.
approximately, there you go.
See?
Approximately 3 times as many celebrate as actually are Irish, but why not? Now, how much money is spent on St. Patrick's Day and related kinds of things? The answer to that is $5.3 billion. Wow. Now, that includes cabbage and corned beef and beer and cards and all the green things that people buy.
And we hope cabs.
Yes.
Cabs and Uber. That's what we're hoping.
That would be a very, very good idea.
Yes.
Now look at this one. 13 million pints of Guinness will be drunk on St. Patrick's Day. Now that is a lot. That's a whole lot of Guinness.
That's a lot of Guinness.
That is a lot of Guinness. And this year, with it falling on a Friday, I think we can expect the party to be up a level.
Well, I happen to attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and St. Patrick's Day is pretty crazy. But being on a Friday, let me tell you.
Oh, yes.
Be careful out there. Call Uber. That's a very good idea. Now, let's take a look at what we have next, because I think my friend Stephanie is from the Chicago area, and she'll like this. 45 pounds of vegetable dye are used in the Chicago River to make the Chicago River green.
It's so cool.
And for those of you who have never seen it, it's quite something. Now, how long does it last? 5 hours until the river again regains its color. So, and Stephanie, you told me it was actually last Saturday.
They did it last Saturday this year, but there's a look at what it looks like. It is truly green, and the place gets packed, and it's a lot of fun. A big parade.
Yeah.
So a fun Irish tradition in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it started, but I'm sure Mayor Daley, the original Richard Daley, certainly had some fun with that, and it's been going ever since. So, again, it's not until Friday of this week, but because I'm here on Tuesday, I thought, why not celebrate it right now and go through some of the economics, because St. Patty's Day is fun for everybody.
Apparently, you don't have to be Irish.
No.
That's right.
Tiny little country, and what, 16, 18% are Irish?
Of the U.S. have some little bit of Irish heritage.
And that country's like this big. So.
And they drink a lot of Guinness.
Thank you. It's a good reason to celebrate. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Richard.
You're
Coming
welcome.
up next, we're going to talk to some moms about life in the trenches. Stay with us.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Jose from Louise Modern in the kitchen. And Chef, you mentioned that we're making a certain kind of cake. Can you tell us about those?
It's basically a German pancake,
okay,
and it's actually baked in a skillet. So it's basically, that's what it is.
And it's called a what? A baby cake?
Dutch baby cake.
Dutch baby cake. Okay, we are going to enjoy and try our hand at some Dutch cakes. Well, most moms will tell you that motherhood is the greatest gift they have ever been given. And most mothers, when they're being honest, will also tell you it is the hardest. 3 Lakewood Ranch moms decided laughter and friendship were the keys to survival. So they combined forces to write and publish a book, When's It My Turn? A collection of short stories and temper tantrums. So welcome to Melissa Nixon, Christy McGuire, and Terry Maritani.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. Yay. So I love the book, and I love the format of the book because it's not just a big long string of things. It's just little blobs and little bits and pieces about motherhood. Terry, tell us, when did you and how did you decide that you 3 wanted to be authors?
Well, I think it started with, we had a lot of conversations over the years, but what did we start? It was about 2 years ago?
About 2 years ago.
Just sitting around one morning venting?
Kind of venting, and we just, so we were really sort of frustrated with the fact that we wanted to branch out and begin, you know, kind of putting our feelers out in careers again, and it just became so difficult to manage the household and professional goals. And one day we just said, why don't we write a book about how hard it is to be both?
Absolutely.
And we all know that story. So I'm reading in here and I'm seeing things that relate to me. Exactly. It's like you're talking about me. It's wonderful. But it makes you laugh at yourself and your situation.
Yes.
When you can't stand another minute, it makes you laugh at it.
It's very validating that you're not alone.
That's right. That's why the book has such a great appeal to everybody. I want to point out some of the ways it's written, and we actually have gotten some stills of this as well. You have temper tantrums throughout the book. Those things that you just want to say, and that life goes on, and then it isn't quite fair. Give me an example of one of the temper tantrums you have. Here's one we pulled. No, I'm not going to brush my children's teeth, which means I'm failing as a mother. But they're 8 and 10 years old. I barely have time to brush my own teeth, which means I am failing as a person. I mean, how often have we all been like, I'm done. I'm done brushing your stupid teeth.
Well, in writing the book, we all felt very vulnerable because you're exposing the inner dialogue, and you're wondering, are people going to judge me? Will they think I'm a bad mom? And it was a good lesson for us to get over that and realize we need to share this because we all believed it was pretty common.
And you think everybody else is perfect. All the other mothers have perfect homes, their children are perfect, and it's only you.
That's what you see on social media, and you know, you get to see the filtered product.
And you know that everyone else has to fight with their kids about brushing their teeth too. Another one of the things that you put in here that I really liked, and this kind of goes back within going back to work and putting your resume together, is a list of what you can do now as a mother and how it would not be what you would expect, and then a list of things that no one tells you. That Netflix belongs to your kids, the phone belongs to your kids, your food belongs to your kids, your bathroom belongs to your kids. There is no you, there is just kids. And how often do we all feel like that? You know, it's like you just get consumed even if you don't want to be.
Right, and that's the response we've gotten. We've gotten such an overwhelming response from the local community, and moms are telling us, oh, we've laughed, we've cried, but most of all, we've walked away feeling like we're not alone. And so that was the goal of the book, to really say, you know what, we're in this together, you're not alone, we've all been through this, and we're actually had the courage to talk about what we all think about but never say.
Right. Well, all right, Christy, I'm going to pick on you for a minute.
Okay.
Chapter 7 is called skinny dipping. Hey, listen, you put it in the book. I'm going to put it on TV.
This is what I'm going to be known for.
This is what you're going to be known for. Your neighbors are going to have binoculars. Tell us all the skinny dipping story.
The skinny dipping story started in August. When I work at home.
And when it's warm.
When it's warm, and we're in Florida, so it's warm in August, and I work from home, and I'm hunched over my computer working all day, and I looked out to the pool, and it's so sparkling, and it's warm, and I'm like, should I? Let's just do it. My husband wasn't home, the kids weren't home, I didn't have conference calls, you know, so I just kind of took everything off, and tipped the toe in, and then went all the way under, and I thought, you know what? This is validating, because I came out and all my stress was gone. You know, I wasn't concerned.
I bet all your clothes were gone.
All my clothes were gone too. Yes. And so I started to do that every day, because it just melted away the stress that I had, and it was just 10, 20 minutes, and that's all it took to kind of recharge myself and refresh myself and start again with a fresh look.
Okay.
And it's okay.
It is okay. Now, your kids and husband now know, because it's published in the book.
Now they know.
What was their first reaction to that story?
Well, my husband was like,
should I
join you?
What time in Sweden are we taking our break?
Yes. And of course, my kids were like, Mom.
What if somebody sees?
Yes.
That's so funny. Well, just to show the amount of experience you all have, we pulled some family photos here as well, and we'll bring some of them up, and you can introduce us to the reactions. What are the families saying? Melissa, I see you've got a good group here. What are they saying about the book?
It was so sweet. It was such an important lesson, I think, for them, particularly my daughter. You know, we tell them all the time, you need to set a goal and work toward your goal, and I think them actually seeing us do that made them so proud. They were so proud of us.
And so supportive and encouraging. It's wonderful.
It was amazing. It was just
beautiful.
If that was the only reason I ever did it, it was enough. Just for them
to know that you did something important to you and watch it come about.
And are we still speaking to the Mr. Mom audience as well?
Yes.
The reaction.
I was about to say, I think it's really important to have a book like this, not only as a husband to empathize with the mom also, but listening to some of the stories in our household where we both work and we share a lot of the parenting duties. These tantrums and some of these moments sound very familiar.
Like,
just last night, I came home and I walked into the house and my wife just said, I give up. The 4-year-old did not want to take a shower. She did not want to. She wanted to sleep with the dog. And so at that point, Dad needed to take over. But again, it was that empathy.
What'd you do?
I mean, I had
she
to.
She slept with the dog.
She slept with the dog. I'm like, I'm tired. No, I mean, I spoke to her, and I could tell my wife was frustrated. So we just shared the responsibility. I eventually got her out of, from the dog's bed and got her to take a shower.
But you know what? Everybody should read it. This temper tantrum goes with your story. Do you have to? Yes, you have to go to bed tonight like you do every night. You have to brush your teeth like you do every day. You have to eat your vegetables like you do every night at dinner. And you know you're going to have this conversation over and over again. And as a result, you either laugh or you cry, or you write a book with your girlfriends. That's right. So, you guys made a great choice. It is a hysterical book, When's It My Turn? You can find this at whensitmyturn.com, and also it's available on Amazon. And since we have a wealth of parenting advice and knowledge on set with us, we're going to play a fun parenting game when we come back. Stay with us.
Fun.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. A problem that isn't going away. The federal government launching dozens of new investigations into drug thefts at VA hospitals. Plus, a scary accident at a new multi-million-dollar water park. 3 rides are now closed after a boy was thrown off a slide. Let's get a check on our weather now with meteorologist Steve Newman. Steve?
Scott, it feels more like Labor Day than it does Memorial Day with this oppressive heat that's over us. High pressure sinking and drying air is kind of responsible for that, and it's also responsible for the lack of rain. But coming up at ABC7 News at 5, I'll be telling you about how this high pressure will weaken, and we should see a return of the afternoon, evening thunderstorms later on in the week. I think it's a weather change that you're going to like, and temperatures maybe will cool off later on in the week as well. Again, tune in to ABC7 News at 5, 6, and 7 for complete weather details.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah. Yes. So much fun. Mwah.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Welcome back. Well, while we have our author moms here from Lakewood Ranch, author of the book, When's It My Turn, we're going to play a little parenting game, okay? And the way it works is there's all those questions that kids ask you over and over and over, okay? So when it's your turn, you'll get a card with the question on it, and you need to give verbal clues so that the rest of us can guess what the question is, okay? So I'll go first, and I'm reading my question, and here come my clues. So the man takes his man part and
potty training.
Potty training. And puts it.
How are babies made?
How are babies made? All right. So that question is. You've been asked that before. Do babies come from? Yes. That was a really lovely one. Thank you very much.
Woo, glad I didn't get that one. Oh. Mom, I need to get the special word so I can turn on my connection on the TV with
Wi-Fi.
What's the Wi-Fi?
What's the Wi-Fi password?
I want to watch that special series. That
what is the parent? What is the parent?
What is the Netflix password?
Yes.
Because it doesn't belong to you.
Right. Right. Let's pay. I pay for that Netflix, you know. Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay, this would be my daughter. Mom, can Madeline? I have to have Madeline come.
Can I have a sleepover?
Yes. I never get to see her.
Right. You never let me have a sleepover.
You never let me.
You're the worst mom ever.
Okay, Mom, I know that this doesn't match and my shoes are...
Can we go shopping?
But can I...
Can I borrow
Do you think it would
Is it okay if I wear this?
for...
Can I wear this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's more teenage.
All right. That's that
right.
I don't
The
think my kids
teenagers.
ask. Right, I don't ask.
Right.
Mine just go.
Let me see. Do I really need to take the garbage out? Do I really need to dust
Do I have to do my chores?
Do I have to do my
Good.
chores?
Excellent.
All right, Linda.
All the time.
Reaching back into the mom vault.
Don't peek, don't peek. Okay. Okay. If everybody's lined up, who are you going to pick?
Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was improv.
Who's your favorite child? All right, slide that one down to Will.
My house, it's no longer chores. It's are you going to go to work?
Okay, yeah, that's enough. Okay, just one more question. Okay, just one more question.
That's enough.
Just one more question, and then just another
Why?
There it is.
Why? All right, I'll try another one. But the show's on and it doesn't start till 11.
Can I
You
stay
said
up later?
Can I stay up later? Yes, you can. Okay.
Wow. You were born in the Stone Age, weren't you?
How old are you?
Ancient.
Exactly. Back when you were born in the 1800s, that's what my kids say.
Okay. Oh, but what did I do? I didn't do anything. It was her. She did it.
It's not my fault.
Oh.
It's
why
not
are
fair.
you? Why aren't you talking to me?
Am I in trouble?
Why are you?
Are you mad at me?
Yes. Are you mad at me?
All right, last one.
Must be good.
When did you and how did you and Daddy get married? Where?
When did you meet?
Yes.
Oh, that was good. That was so
Okay.
fast. All right, one more.
Okay.
So fast.
Do I have to wait for this? Can I begin with this? Can I?
Dessert?
Yes!
Oh, it's either dessert or
I did not have to wait.
Well,
we could ask hopefully not sex, but the husband certainly do.
I'm glad I didn't yell that
that all mothers are made out of the same cloth, and dads as well, because Will was right there. Very fun. Thank you. Don't forget to read When's It My Turn, and the answer is not now, people. So, coming up next, a preview of some weekend entertainment on the Suncoast. We'll be right back.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jaffe Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Hurricane season is here. And once again, ABC7 is providing you vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast.
We'll show you how to prepare, and we'll open up the My Suncoast helpline to answer your questions on putting together your readiness plan and survival kit.
Join the official Suncoast Storm Team for Surviving a Hurricane, a live presentation of ABC7, your Suncoast News, Thursday, June 1st at 7.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Welcome back, where we have a great weekend of entertainment coming up on the Suncoast at both of your theaters. So Pam, tell us about McCurdy's schedule for the weekend.
We have Jody White in with us this weekend, and I just hope that when she's on the show with you ladies, that she wears her superhero outfit.
Oh,
yes.
Maybe we can make a request.
Yes.
Pam, if you could whisper that in her ear,
I
that we'd
will.
like to see her as a superhero.
Yeah.
She is going to be on our show on Thursday, I believe, and we
Yep.
look forward to that. And then, of course, she is at McCurdy's from the 15th to the 19th. And I know we've met her before, and I
Yes.
love her.
She's married to Dale Jones, another stand-up comic, and she actually graduated from Sarasota. She lived here, so she's going to dish on our local scene.
Dish on the locals. I absolutely love it. All right, and Will, and tell us about Improv Saturday at FST.
We are doing our competitive show, Out of Bounds. It's actually our penultimate show before we switch over to our spring schedule. And actually this Saturday, you'll be able to see myself and yesterday's guest host, Christine Alexander.
Oh, good.
So we'll both be performing this Saturday.
It is so much fun to have you guys work with us on this show and then get to go see you do your craft on stage on the weekend.
Because you are so good.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Never thought I'd be sitting by this.
Improv is quite an
and
art.
it's actually it's an honor to be here with Pam. So
look at this.
another high five, yeah.
Good group today, Linda. They're making us look good.
Yes, they are. They say
You
funny
guys-
things and we laugh.
You are looking good in the community. I'm telling you, Les and I did a lot of fundraising this past week, and everyone came up and said how much they love the view, and that
we
Joey
appreciate that,
and the ladies
so.
really working hard and doing good.
Have
They
a lot
love
of
it.
fun talking about all
we
the
do.
great things here on the Suncoast, and we do really love to talk about the restaurants. We admit that. So we're going to head to the kitchen with Louie's Modern. Stay with us.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello again, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. Helpful advice for those who toss and turn at night. What you can do to overcome insomnia, sleep apnea, and restless nights. In Suncoast Traffic Watch, no crashes in the area, but traffic is backed up on Siesta Key, Midnight Pass Road. Look at all the red there as people head out to the beach or maybe are heading home after a day out there. And a warm one it was on the Suncoast. Let's get over to Steve for another look at our weather.
Scott, we actually have some rain on the radar scope. I don't know if this is hitting the ground, but south of Mayaca City to about Northport, some pop-up showers maybe, but I don't know if those raindrops are hitting the ground. But fear not, as this week progresses, we are going to see an increasing chance of thunder showers during the afternoon, evening hours, and thank goodness maybe even some cooler weather. Details coming up.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Coming up Wednesday at 4 on Suncoast View, Mantra Fitness joins us to show off the Megaformer. Not sure what that is, but we're going to learn. We're also going to see if we can learn a trick or two with a local magician, plus the best of St. Armand's spring season shopping, and Chef Judy has the best St. Patrick's Day dining on the Suncoast.
And welcome back. We're here with Chef Jose from Louis Modern. And Chef, I have already been, infused with the smells of...
Right.
Pam's going to smell like Brussels sprouts the rest of the evening. Tell us what we're cooking and let's
Okay, we're going to start with to pan-sear the duck breast.
Okay.
So we are going to salt and pepper the breast.
And do you go
both
skin
sides.
down or skin up?
It's going to be a skin down.
Okay.
So we can help to smear all the fat on the surface of the pan.
Okay.
And I recommend to use a steel pan.
Okay.
It's gonna make your skin crispier than usually not.
So you don't flip them over?
You can flip them over, but actually you're gonna use some weight on the duck breast.
Oh wow, to give it some push.
So it doesn't curve.
That's a great idea.
It's gonna be even, the crispiness of the duck is gonna be even.
All right.
So you're gonna let it sit there for like 6 minutes.
Okay.
And you're gonna flip it over.
Okay. So while that sears.
While that sears, we're gonna make the butter for the Dutch baby.
Oh my goodness.
So it's gonna be
the Dutch baby.
These are the Dutch babies.
Will is ready.
So we have 8 eggs.
All right.
2 cups of flour.
Excellent.
Oh, this is going to fly.
2 cups of heavy cream.
All right.
Oh my. And you compared this to like a pancake.
Yeah, regular pancake, but
So
it's
it's
gonna
like
be baked
batter.
like a skillet.
Okay.
Or it can be like a muffins
right. So
pan.
it's kind of like muffins.
What is this
Whole
now?
milk.
Whole
1.5 cup
Whole
of
milk?
whole milk.
Whole milk and cream. We're not cutting any corners here, people.
1 tablespoon salt.
Salt, all
That's
right.
a lot of salt.
Will is waiting.
1
ready.
tablespoon
He is so
vanilla.
Vanilla. Oh,
And 1 cup of sugar.
It is like a pancake recipe.
Now we can blend it.
All right,
Uh-oh.
then.
All
Here
right.
we go, Chef. Thank you.
Good luck.
Oh, everybody
Whoa,
put on your glasses.
Sounds like a drill.
All right.
So good so far.
Looking good. Let's have a Dutch
He's
baby.
got it. He's pretty good at this.
So when the
I think you need to blend some more. I see eggs.
when the mixture is ready, it's gonna look like this.
Dutch baby.
Okay.
Oh. Here's a Dutch baby for you.
Okay, excellent. Reward for
Pass
my
those
work.
Dutch babies
And after we
down
blend
here.
it, we are gonna add the diced fuggy apples.
There's apples
And
inside.
actually,
Okay.
I sauteed the apples with cinnamon and brown
smells
sugar.
good.
Ah, so it's kind of like an apple pancake.
Right.
Or apple muffin.
Except it's a muffin. Yeah.
And actually, we are gonna preheat the oven at 350.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna
really
butter
good.
the pan.
Mm-hmm. That is very good.
We're all busy eating.
Makes up for the Brussels sprout smell.
So we are gonna start filling all those
Oh.
spaces with the butter.
That is very good.
So
It
you
is
butter
very
the
good.
pans on the sides and on the bottom.
Yes.
Syrup on top.
That's gonna help to not make the mixer stick in the pan.
Yeah. Very good.
So after you fill that up, we are gonna add some Gouda cheese.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't even know there was cheese on it.
I like Gouda.
So this is an interesting addition
Right.
to duck and vegetables.
And savory herbs.
You'd really think
Is this dessert or is this like a
It
bread?
could be eaten as a dessert or like as a entree with your whatever your protein is.
This is very good.
All right. Well,
So we waited
as
for
we are
8
wrapping
minutes.
up, yep,
Wrapping up.
let's
so this is how
plate
our duck is
duck.
gonna look like.
Okay.
We're gonna slice it.
Oh, look at him.
And is duck a popular thing on your menu at Louis Modern?
It is.
I would think so.
That looks so easy when you do it.
Oh. And then tell us about the Brussels sprouts. How are they prepared?
Brussels sprouts, we actually blanch the Brussels sprouts for like 3-4 minutes, hot water and salt. And then we're gonna saute the Brussels sprouts with bacon,
Okay.
shallots, and a little bit of butter.
There they are. All right.
Oh.
Is this, would you call this a Southern dish?
I would say so.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, good Southern home cooking to me. Linda, that's why you were so excited to see it.
I've never had it, but I love Brussels sprouts.
Absolutely.
So healthy.
All right, big thank you to Chef Jose. You can find this at Louis Modern, and we appreciate Will and Pam joining us today for a lot of fun.
Thank you.
We're going to eat our Dutch babies now. Enjoy the rest of your day.